folks, Pickleball Librarian here. As we're all practicing social distancing, I'm going to give you tips of what we can do, basically. But before that, let me give a shout out to Sloan Coleman, who's one of the co-owners of Tiny Little Monster. She's got this little project right now where we're here for good. And she's, helping to sell t-shirts and raise money and donate them. The proceeds are to small independent businesses in St. Louis. Pretty cool stuff. And also, by the way, this awesome shirt, Strange Dinks, that came from Tiny Little Monster and Gherkin Gear. Very good stuff. First thing with this court, we're lucky because I have this wonderful Swift net that I always had with me to help. You never know when you need another net. And the nice thing about the Swift net is it's so light. And also, it's my favorite. Out of all the portable nets, this is my favorite because it doesn't have the middle pole and it almost plays like an outdoor court. It's a little tighter. And it almost plays like a permanent outdoor net. But anyway, the lightness is great. It's a little expensive. They retail for $350. So we never did this before, but what we had to go ahead and line up a court. What we did is we measured it. We got measuring tape and we basically measured the 14 feet for the kitchen area, non-volley zone. And then we also measured 20 feet long. And we just had enough for a kitchen. Then what we, also once you measure it out, just use a nice marker and go ahead outline it. You don't even have to outline it. We just put little marks on the corners and stuff like that. Finally, as you can tell, we got tape on it. We have masking tape. This row only ran about $1 basically. When we first laid this out, we did it on a nice warm day. It was dry and the tape stayed there for 2 days. Now it rained this morning and this tape was a mess. And Walter and I tried to lay it back out and it just didn't work because it just wasn't sticky. So I'm happy that I only spent $1 for this, but on the other hand, if any of you out there have tips on what other tape would work better, let us know. I mean, Walter suggested painting and we might go that route, but for now, we're just gonna use tape. All right, let me see. By the way, there are training nets available. If you have a smaller driveway, you can get a training net that's around 10 feet. Our friend Tom of Just Paddles, he's able to send small quantities of these. So if you need to, contact Tom at justpaddles.com, and he has nice training nets from Vulcan that he's able to ship right now. I'm lucky, Walter and I are lucky we have this whole 20 feet area, and we're able to do around the post. We're able to do corner to corner dinks. It's kind of nice. So we're able to get our fix in. So one thing I want to tell you about this court, my driveway is a little old and you can see some inconsistencies. You can see some little cracks here. So every now and then we have a nice perfect dink that it doesn't bounce right. And you know what we call that? We call that a Hackenberg, after Jim Hackenberg. And he's amazing. I got to play him and he did strange dink me a couple times. So anyway, folks, just keep practicing social isolation. There's things you can do. Oh yeah, someone asked, what if I don't have a net? You could always pull chairs out. I mean, Simone did that inside. She has a video where she's practicing. So there's lots you can do. You could be safe. I mean, Walter and I live in the same household, so we're not spreading any additional germs between the two of us. Yeah, give me all right. Anyway, folks, just, I got to tell you, right now in these days and times with what this country is going through through this crisis, social distancing is Pickleball Librarian approved.